It's kfog.com. I'm Matt Pinfield, part of the morning show with Brian, Alicia, and Matt right here. And I want to tell you that we are so pumped to be here for Concert for Kids. So we're backstage right now with David and Zack from a band that we love called the Revivalists. I've been obsessed with them lately. I think we all have at the station, to be honest with you. So one of the cool things, I always want to know, like, what records changed your life? What really drove you to want to be a musician and got you through some of your roughest times? David, I'm going to start with you.
You know, it's funny.
Shaw.
The first thing that comes to mind is I'm in 6th grade, driving around with my sister. She's like 17 at the time, probably smoking some of that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, she'd always play this album, and it was this guy just singing his ass off. And I remember saying, Chrissy, what is that, you know? I want to play that again. And it was Tool's Opiate. Yeah. It was the 6-song
EP.
Yeah. And it had him like, he just had such a presence. You know, you could hear it, you could just feel his, it was just coming out, man. And then the last song, Opiate, like I just remember, you know, staying up till wee hours of the night, blasting that in my room and trying to sing along to it when I'm 6th grade. But that was one of those records that I can really remember that just really hit home with me. That was the first time I was like, yes, I love this. I love this.
And then you got Undertow and Anima.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when MTV told me I wasn't supposed to say the word stink fist. So what I did was this. They go, you got to call it track number 1. So I went on TV, which made her laugh. So then he called me, and we became great friends. I've been to, like, his house in Jerome, Arizona.
Really?
We stayed close friends. You know, he had a hip replacement recently, and I went through a near-death experience with AFib, and he was like, dude, you know, so we've been friends forever. I remember on the phone with him when his mom died, Judith, you know, and I was there when he put the first vines with migrant workers on the side of the hill in Jerome, Arizona.
Really?
And I was one of the only people he would let go into his wine cellar because
that's amazing, man.
Yeah, we've been very, very close friends, man, you know, for a long time. So, but anyway,
really
so
cool.
that's really cool to hear.
That's one that really changed me, I think.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And how about you?
A lot of records come to mind. There's a particular James Taylor song that's coming to mind right now, Shower the People.
Beautiful song.
Beautiful song, and it's I love songs that have just a little bit of really beautiful wisdom and advice. And I really took that one to heart, I think, because, you know, there's a tendency to kind of close off when you're going through things and kind of put up a wall. But, you know, listening to that song as in like 8th grade or something, or even beyond that, I was able to take that advice and let the people know that I care about that. I care about them.
I always pay it forward. That's my whole deal. That's why I do the charity stuff I've done. But I will tell you, James Taylor did a gig for us in Electric Lady Studios in the basement, and it was during his covers album. And I talked him into doing Fire and Rain, which I love. And he was a wonderful, wonderful guy, but I love so many of those songs. I mean, the guy's, he's a beautiful dude. He really is cool, you know? And so that was a great experience. But I love that. And I think that's the beauty of music as a message, you know? So what about the first show you saw that blew your mind?
Rafi,
no, I mean,
it's so funny.
Rafi's Fear. I always joke around. Meet Pete Manifesto. We did a joke once. We're like, in the style of Rafi's Fear and Meet Pete Manifesto. We're just, you know, industrial band. We're joking around because, you know, I'm a silly dude, but I'm also. But honestly, what was the show? Because
for me, Deftones at Bogart's in Cincinnati.
What a great show!
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was like an 800 cap room. And I mean,
what tour
Chino
was it?
Was just, I think it was right after Adrenaline had come out.
Wow.
So what album was that?
Adrenaline was Around the Fur right after.
It was Around the Fur album. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That was, oh my God.
Yeah.
That was like, that kick drum just blew you away.
Yeah. I mean, those guys killed. What about you, Zach?
2 things come to mind. Dylan at the Garden in 01. I mean,
yeah.
It was unbelievable. That was a great band. But also just like a concert at that I have no idea who it was, but it was some Brazilian group came to my elementary school when I was like second grade, and I just remember going nuts.
Yeah.
At the gym and like dancing with my friends, and just they were playing these rhythms so that it moved me as like a second grader.
How cool is that? You know, I mean, when you think about it, that you were totally into that. I mean, music always has that power over you. I can never let go of it, and like, again, for all of us, I mean, it is definitely a lifeline, and we love what we do. So when you can write a song like the songs that you guys write, and you give it that, you know, you made me feel so good. You know, I remember what the fan I am always of a song or a band. You know, never let the business part of it take over and get jaded, you know, and that's what we love. You know, you remember those shows. That is so cool, guys. So how's it been going? I mean, you guys stuff's happening. It's going great for you right now. Tell me about it.
It's going great. I mean, it's kind of been pretty crazy the last couple months, you know. Honestly, it's kind of been one after the other, honestly. Yeah. So we're just kind of taking it as it comes, and you know, trying to keep our head level. And
that's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah.
You stay together with the friends that you love. You know, I remember talking to Peter Frampton, and Bowie said to him once, and he said it to me, it's in my book. He said, you know, when I became huge with that Frampton Comes Alive album, I couldn't stand hearing it anymore. And David Bowie looked at him, because he had his dad as an art school teacher, and said, look, man, you know what? You were shot into the stratosphere and roped to a rocket, and you were the only one up there. At least the Beatles had each other. And that's the beauty of staying with friends. And if you have a band, as things are going, you're going through them, it keeps you grounded. And, you know, it's really what matters the most.
Absolutely.
But, guys, I'm so happy you're doing this for us, Counselor for Kids.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I got so pumped when you changed your schedule to do this. So I love you, and thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with me.